I knew from the second I saw this message in my inbox that I had to make this video. Charlotte Tilbury, team, should be a little bit ashamed of yourself. Before we get into this properly, I want to say a massive thank you to the person who made me aware of this situation and sent me the messages. As much as this channel is always about makeup and the education of makeup and also doing things that I love, I will always center my content around education. And sometimes that involves making sure that as a community, and an industry, the creator industry, we are aware of what's going on around us, and especially when something isn't right. That comes to what brands are doing, the people behind brands. That's why we do commentary videos on brands. So thank you again for trusting me with this, and please, if anyone ever feels as though my platform is a best place to talk about something, go and inbox me straight away on Instagram. It's right here. Okay, let's get into this whole situation. Now, we're used to seeing brands come out with their own programs for sales associates or affiliates. We've had Avon since forever, you know, and we've had like multi-level marketing schemes forever. Estee Lauder have a program. You have Bobbi Brown, Clinique, MAC, Maybelline, the NYX creator community, Huda, L'Oreal Paris Insiders. Even shops like Superdrug and Boots in the UK have communities of their own in-house brands like Number 7. Now, these can be different things. These can be professional makeup artist programs. They can just be content creator programs. They can be loyalty programs. Now, I didn't know a lot of these existed. My researcher did, and she actually has said, you know, she has raised a few eyebrows at them sometimes. Some of them do cross the line from like, oh, anyone can sign up. You can get some freebies for something you might already be doing. And it's a space for people who love the brand, right? But also some of these companies are taking advantage and milking as much UGC content from their communities as possible. For those who don't know, a UGC content creator is a user-generated content creator. So basically the difference between them and what we all see as influencers is an influencer like myself. I'll create videos like this, I'll create reels, I'll create TikToks off my own back, I'll do whatever I like and I'll post them to my social media, and then occasionally I'll do an ad for a brand. A UGC content creator create brand specific content. So you won't see all these ads on their one page. They don't need a large following. They don't need loads of engagement. They just need to make these good adverts, and then they will make it brand specific. This ad they make is not uploaded to their own social media. It's literally for the brand to use across their social media and across their advertising. So it's almost, if you think about it, like going to an ad agency where the agency will make the advert and it's given to the brand to use how they wish. Well, to an extent. And who else would it be to take that line and do a running jump, a somersault, a backflip over it than Charlotte Tilbury? Does this sound like a magical creator-focused community to you? Let's have a little read through this. This is, hi Robert, I know the chances of you seeing this are slim to none, but I wondered if you had seen the new Magic Beauty Stars Academy that Charlotte Tilbury is currently registering people on. I have been lucky enough to be accepted onto this absolute scam of a program, where I have been given 10 tiers of most condescending campaigns to do so that I can learn how to be an influencer, as I wasn't good enough to be registered on the primary Magic Beauty Stars campaign. Of course, to get through these 10 tiers will be hours upon hours of creating content, all of which has to be tagged as Charlotte Tilbury or Magic Beauty Stars Academy, all of which is being done without any reward or guarantee of even being allowed onto the main program at the end. I'm happy to provide you with evidence of this if needed, as I'm genuinely so shocked to be told by such a massive company that I'm not good enough to work with, but I am good enough to make free content for them, has really shook my confidence. I know my content isn't amazing, but these challenges are so condescending and degrading. I've attached a picture of one of them to this message. I would love to know your thoughts. One thing that really stood out to me from these messages were a few words: scam, condescending, not being good enough, doing things without being rewarded, degrading. All these words really stood out to me as, okay, so what is this brand getting these people to do? This is literally a free UGC content factory, right? Literally a pipeline that's been designed by the brand or a third party to get hours, we're talking hours of unpaid labor content, affiliate sales, and brand safe behavior from small creators with nothing in return. And what's mad is the actual product here isn't the makeup, it's the people on the program. I did also check with the person who sent me this messages, they aren't being sent any products to make content with. So let's look at the Charlotte's Magic Beauty Stars program tiers that you unlock through their program by doing tasks. We'll talk about those in a minute. You literally don't even get a single reward until you've reached tier 4. And even then, gifts have ranged from single liners or lipsticks to people getting 14 bottles of the same toner for some reason. Okay, tier 1, darling. Tier 1 is unlocked. Welcome to the Magic Beauty Stars Academy. Here's what you've unlocked. Here's what you get in tier 1. Official Magic Beauty Stars Academy member status. Your personalized content challenges. They're not personalized. Your unique affiliate link to share Charlotte Tilbury with your audience. Head to your challenges tab to get started. Your first Charlotte Tilbury gift is awaiting at tier 4. Tier 2, we're locked here because we're not that there yet. Reach tier 2 to unlock more advanced content challenges tailored to your growth area, increased visibility within the Charlotte Tilbury team, a chance to be featured on the Charlotte Tilbury social and emails. Tier 3 is all the same as before, but one step closer to tier 4, a free gift. Tier 4, your first Charlotte Tilbury gift, chance to be featured on Charlotte Tilbury social and emails, and access exclusive academy competitions. And then nothing really happens except they're saying like expert advanced content stuff. And then you reach tier 8, your second Charlotte Tilbury gift exclusive academy competitions. So not even until tier 8 do you get another gift. There's also 10 tiers within this program, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, these free gifts sometimes can just be a whole box of free toners. This person said, I received an unexpected package, and when I saw it, I was so excited because the last 2 weeks I've been watching everyone unbox their surprise Charlotte Tilbury Magic Beauty Stars packages. After a long day, I finally sat down to film my unboxing, and then I froze. I opened the box and received 13 toners. Like what? I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but why did they send me 13 toners? She has £520 worth of toners. So you may be thinking, what is so technical within these programs? The campaigns that the program has people doing to earn points to then go up 2 tiers and then to have a chance of getting onto their official program, which is probably just a PR list or, you know, more compensation on a affiliate program, is insanity, right? To even go up from tier 1, you need 100 points. And each campaign is about 15. So how many unpaid campaigns, meaning posts and videos and content, would someone need to make to just even get to a level where they can get one free thing or anything for that matter from the brand? About 40 videos or images. I mean, if we take a look at some of the campaigns they have to do, this is the first one, right? Your campaign challenge, film the same reel content in 3 different conditions. So, okay, window lighting, overhead light, and outdoor shade. Post the strongest version. So they're asking you to film 3 of them, post 1, note in the caption which condition produced the best results and why. Tag Charlotte Tilbury, include the word ad and Charlotte Tilbury. I'm not sure why they're including ad because it's unpaid and there's no free gift within this. Include your unique Magic Beauty Stars Academy affiliate code and link in your bio. You just have to put affiliate link. You don't have to put ad when it comes to affiliate links. Then you have some content tips about lighting and stuff like that. Here's the deal though, is lighting costs money. If it's artificial lighting, it costs a lot of money. Making content does cost money. And here's what I find a little bit funny though, is social media trends. This kind of setup I have right here, right now, with the stuff in the background, a background that's practical for me because it has makeup in here, but is a set design for this channel. I have a light under me here, I have a light here, I have a light here. Too much production for short form content. No one appreciates it that much. I like it a little bit more raw, a little bit more like, you know, you could sit down and use a setting spray in the kitchen. It's clear that Charlotte Tilbury don't see the value in that kind of content just yet. This is another one, for example. They want you to write content quality manifesto, 100 words on what beautiful content means to you. Write 100 words declaring the quality standard you're committing to. What does beautiful content look, feel, and sound like? And then you have to submit the response through a form. 100 words is 100 words. That's a lot. Photos. Submit a photo at the quality level you're working towards. They want you to light your shot. Make a creative image. Submit the image. Ensure the image is clear. They also have all these challenges to define your audience, who your audience are. And then they want you to do a reel including all this research. Listen, this may seem like they're helping small content creators with their quality and all this kind of stuff. All of this is stuff you can find in one YouTube video online. Go to YouTube, how do I make better reels? How do I do this? But also as well, reels need to come across organic and genuine and, you know, whatever. If you don't already have an audience, the way you do them is the way you're going to do them. As long as you can see stuff and you have a good light, that could be daylight for product shots, you're fine. This is all too much. It's condescending as well. And the word condescending really does stick out to me with this. So given this program isn't paid, it has basically no rewards and has nothing on sign up, that makes you wonder what they're actually painting as the perks of being on this program. So apparently the perks of this program is that it's a place to learn how to be a content creator. Okay. As a Magic Beauty Star Academy student, you'll complete campaigns, earn points, and unlock rewards such as Charlotte Tilbury products, exclusive competitions. Most importantly, being part of a Magic Beauty Stars Academy, you're primed to be in a position to graduate to the main Magic Beauty Stars program, where our top creators are invited to complete challenges and collaborate with us as a brand. How it works, you earn points. You get 1 point for every 100 views and 1 point for every 10 engagements. Performance post points are added about 7 days after your post is submitted. How to graduate. We review weekly performances from advocates across categories such as content quality, follower counts, and how brand aligned to Charlotte Tilbury you are, the standout perform, and how brand aligned to Charlotte Tilbury you are. The standout performers are selected to graduate into the main Magic Beauty Stars program. Honestly, it really does give pyramid scheme. I know it's not, but it does give that kind of energy. Like I said, it's not like there isn't thousands of hours of free content online you can watch if content creation is something you're interested in without making probably hundreds of free promo videos for another brand. Literally, if any of you want a mini series or have any questions, let me know and I'll tell you for free. You don't need to hashtag pictures of your dog with my name underneath it. You don't need to post pictures of me. I'll just tell you. I will just tell you. You do not need a Charlotte Tilbury team to tell you to use good lighting, to use certain hashtags, to use your back camera, to tell you that you need to produce good quality content. You know that, but you can only make your content quality better by learning from what you do. The time you put into making content for someone else, you could be making great content for yourself for something that you are interested in. You want to make 10, 20, 30, 40 bits of content for Charlotte Tilbury and post all of that, you're just going to be seen as a Charlotte Tilbury product chiller. You know what I mean? You know what? I think this kind of preys on how a lot of the time smaller content creators don't feel like official enough. And would want to be seen as a proper content creator and want to be able to use these tags, tag brands, hashtag ad, and interact with the community. But taking advantage of people who don't know any better and want to fit in is so calculated and gross. It's given P. Louise. Smaller content creators, let me tell you something. If you're watching this, if you are just starting or whatever, there is very much value in what you do in general. No one is looking at those big, huge content creators anymore to be the authority on everything. Know your value of your words and what you produce as a smaller content creator. Know that it has values. It's not always about how many people are following you, right? It's who is watching, how many people are watching, and how many people are paying attention. Just remember that. Let's have a little look at this video to explain the tasks a little bit more.
Okay, so it's been brought to my attention that Charlotte Tilbury has a new program out, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Academy. So basically, when you don't get into Magic Stars, which is Charlotte Tilbury's program, you are sent to an academy instead. In this academy, you complete tasks, get to the top of the tiers, and you may get into Magic Stars, you may not. These tasks are the most patronising tasks I have ever seen.
Oh, I just want to say, this isn't the person who messaged me, by the way.
Take a video in good light, take a video in bad light, and then look at the difference between the two videos and see which one that you need to improve on. Basically audit your whole social media and tell us why it's bad.
It's very much like you were not good enough to join our program, so tell us why it's not good enough. Tell us how you're going to improve.
Tell us why you did not get in. The majority of these girls that are applying for Magic Stars and have been sent to this academy, their content is not bad, their lighting is not bad, their videos are not bad. They have created this program because they don't have room in Magic Stars for new people. So they've basically created it so that they can tell people that they didn't get in because their content isn't good enough. And here's how you improve it. And make sure that you tag Charlotte Tilbury in all these tasks. So everybody can see that Charlotte Tilbury has helped you improve this content. And this is the reason why you may be able to get into Magic Stars.
It is creating that sense of hope, isn't it?
Right, but she is so full of herself. The whole brand is full of itself. It's so patronizing and rude. Charlotte Tilbury's program is not worth it. You spend more on products than you get for free. You don't actually get rewarded for doing nothing, like the majority of the programs that are around. You could literally do 1 or 2 tasks in half of these programs and you could get a whole box full of goodies for free.
Yeah.
Because they want to reward the people that are loyal to them.
It's so true. Brands nowadays are how a lot of the way, oh my God. Nowadays, the way a lot of advertisement works when it comes to makeup, and I actually quite like this, is a lot of brands will only approach people who have used their products before. They can search a hashtag, they can see if you've used their products and be like, okay, this person genuinely uses our products, let's do that.
Tilbury couldn't give a shit about you. All she cares about is getting free promotional content.
That's what it is.
And look like she's helping people, when actually what she's doing is telling creators their content and their niche is dreadful, and there's a reason why you didn't get into Charlotte Tilbury, but hey, we'll help you. Just make sure you tell everyone that we helped you. So if you're one of these people that are in the academy or are wanting to get into Magic Stars, there are so many better programs out there and brands out there that would actually treat you decently and is not going to tell you that your content is shit when it's not.
And can I just say, as somebody who creates YouTube videos and I don't have to rely on sponsorships from brands, I rely on Google AdSense, so the adverts that you see before these videos and during is where my income comes from. Not partnering with them, they shove any random ad on it. I don't know what adverts you've seen. It feels so much better as a content creator to not rely on brands. It's nice to partner with brands who you respect and who you like. How valid you are in the content creation industry does not rely on how many brands know you exist. It's the people you are serving with your content, the people who want to see real reviews, the people who want to see honest opinions, the people who want to see you and value your opinion, right? Your education. What do you give? You don't give brands to people, you give your experience, you give your knowledge, you just give your opinion. Because maybe you look like someone, maybe you look like these people that want to watch you, maybe you have the same hair texture, the same skin tone, the same skin condition. There is something unique about you that people will want to follow that you don't have to rely on brands with. My selling point coming onto this platform was I was a professional makeup artist, right? That's it. And I wanted to give my experience over the years to people who wanted to learn about makeup. What do you have that you can give to people that doesn't rely on brands? Products, sure, you can talk about products. Maybe your favorite thing is finding dupes for expensive products. Maybe your favorite thing is finding the best fragrance products. What is it about you that you can give to people? You don't need brands to know you exist. That comes later. But you don't need that to make good content. You never need it, you know? So that was Tess over on TikTok. And she produces some great quality content, right? Trying makeup, talking about makeup. She has a cute dog. This is the kind of quality content that a lot of people are looking for now. No one gives a shit if you have your name in a neon sign. No one gives a fuck about that. You have color lights. You can literally set up your phone, set up whatever, in good lighting so we make sure it's good quality, and do makeup. Talk about makeup. That's what people want to see. It's good content. It's real. It's normal. And then maybe one day when you start making a lot more money from it, you can upgrade your camera, you can upgrade your lighting, you can do whatever. So I just wanted to use her as an example of this is the perfect standard for content creation. So to bother people so much about their lighting situation baffles me, because a lot of people have a window. So we're not quite sure, but we believe that if you get to the end of this program, if you get to the top tier and finish all the tiers, you have a chance at getting through into their PR or like a higher ranking affiliate link. Not only is that bullshit, but I also think that that's because this specific program is actually different to their main house program, right? This one is actually ran by a third party, which again we'll touch on in a second. Okay, so talking about the actual tasks or campaigns that are being given, and I do wonder if they're called campaigns to be given that kind of like official, oh, we're doing a campaign thing. They're not really educational. There isn't any skill building. There's no aspect that benefits the users. It's literally just creating free content and giving people the bare minimum on what to do to create brand-friendly content. If they were educational, there would have been like video guides or other people to connect with. Let me tell you why these aren't very useful as somebody who has made a full-time career out of content creation, right? A lot of these tell you the very basics, how to hashtag and connect your content to Charlotte Tilbury, okay? They tell you very basic things that you need good lighting. They make you think about your lighting. They make you think about your audience. But at the very basics, very minimal basics, what they don't go through is, what time of day are your followers gonna see this? What age range are your followers? What kind of content are those age ranges consuming at the moment? What kind of hooks get people listening? How can you decide what people are interested in? There is so much more to content creation than make sure your product is lit up, put it up with the right hashtags, and then post it. That's gonna get you nowhere. It's gonna get you nowhere. They are just not useful in any other concept than helping Charlotte Tilbury get content. I do look at them and think, no wonder that everyone thinks they're condescending. The way they speak and the way they are, they're so basic. And here's the thing, when you get a brief for a campaign from a brand, I can't show them because they're all secret. Yes, they're included in hashtags. Yes, they're saying, light it well. But instructions like that are included in the very basics. Right at the end of the brief, it says, please make sure it's lit well, don't use filters, don't use copyright music, don't wear brands with logos on, like the very basic things. The rest of it is about the product. What's special about the product? The talking points you want to talk about, the certain ingredients that make this product special. A bit of history about the brand, you know? They're a lot more deeper than time frames. They're a lot more deeper than light your thing and make sure you hashtag Charlotte Tilbury. What do you think about lighting? So if by now you don't think that this whole thing is exploitive, let me just point out some things from their terms and conditions. And it gets actually quite dark, maybe. So we say terms and conditions, but what we actually mean is breadcrumbs that are scattered around their website, because when you just try to click on the terms and conditions page, you get this. How cheeky is that message? You are not too good for laws or paying your creators. Okay, so this is Duel, D-U-E-L. This is a third party that actually manages the program on behalf of Charlotte Tilbury. Notice how the first thing on this page here, in caps, is achieve 10 times ROI. So yes, they're saying they're getting 10 times on investments because they aren't paying their creators. So they're basically saying, we're gonna make these programs for you and you are gonna see a financial benefit from it. Actually, 10 times the benefit. Let's just also take a look at the owner of this place, right? This is Paul Archer. Sorry, I've just watched what I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna give a trigger warning. Not a trigger warning. These next two clips are very, very boring, but I do just want you to listen to what he is saying.
The key thing that most people get wrong when they're looking is that they go fishing in the wrong area. They go to an influencer platform that's got, hey, we've got millions and millions of people that you can pay to pretend to like your brand for the right price. And they're like, oh yeah, great, here's my price. This is how many followers I've got. Yeah, I'll do a campaign for this. And that will inevitably flop because followers doesn't mean anything anymore because almost everything people see on social comes because of the algorithm-based
economy, not a follower-based economy.
100% more effective than any other channel that you're looking at where you can comparing it about paid media or ads or hyper-targeted to try and allow a brand to shout at a person about how they're so great, or you can just let someone who already thinks you're great go out and do it for you.
I love it. So how do you find these people? You know, there's customer data, there's email addresses, sometimes you have SMS. You know, you've got all your retail partnerships that are incredibly walled off generally from, you know, the brands that are trying to sell through those customers. You've got your social media, people who are talking about you. You've got the people who are following you. You've got the people that are talking about you that aren't actually tagging you. The people who are talking about your brand without actually using the brand tag. So there's a lot of like levels of advocacy. Like, how do you think about the different levels of advocacy within this kind of ecosystem? And then the other thing is you don't ever want to distract your customer from making a purchase first, right? So customer first, advocate second. I think would be the way that I would think about it if I was a brand. Maybe you have a different opinion, but just kind of curious of how you think about that classification, but also how you make sure you're focusing on activating your customer and generating the most LTV out of their purchase potential versus before you start getting them to advocate on your behalf.
Well, if you want someone to talk about their experience of using your product, you should probably start once they have it.
Great point.
So therefore, that means you kind of cut out
and that they didn't get it mailed to them for free either.
No. Or they you're looking for someone who's actually a customer, and look, almost every brand has customers. So you go to where they are a customer, and then you signpost to them that, hey, we'd love to work with you if you would like to post about us, talk about us in public. Generally, if you're saying, hey, are you a creative? Would you like to join an ambassador program? Do you want to join an affiliate program? They'll sign up and they'll get involved with it. But the crucial thing that you're working for there is that they like the brand in the first place. They are opting in. So no matter how targeted you get with refining it and cut and slicing it and around actually identifying the perfect segment, the most important element is that they want to do it for you. So it's about just saying, hey, we've got this. Are you interested in signing up? You'll get some free stuff. Maybe you can get paid for talking about us. And if they think you're great and they like you, then they're going to put their hand up. And it's a smaller percentage of your customers and not everyone, but it's still 5, 10, 15%, depending on how passionate the people are about what you do. And then once you've got them in, then it's about engaging with them, and it's about embracing them, about empowering them to talk about you, but not to segment them and cut them off. What a lot of people do is oh, you're not on brand, which is basically saying you're not good looking enough.
Yeah, or you're not my customer.
Exactly. You're I would actually quite like. Oh, you're this age, but I actually quite like people to think that my customer's this age, even though they're all mainly the same age as you. And it's just so that's not how.
Yeah, there's brand perception versus brand reality. Right?
Exactly, and marketers are always trying to switch it. And actually, the idea of just empowering someone who's not perfectly on brand is quite tricky. But if you get that person to talk about you, but it's a part of a community, so they are just a segment. They may be the largest segment if that's the brand. But you'll have other segments who are incredible content creators. You have a larger segment who are not incredible content creators, but want to get out there and will send high converting traffic to your site. Also super valuable. You shouldn't be pushing anyone away. You should be embracing them, allowing them to be a part of this community. We love them all. We just love a few a bit more.
So listen, the way this man is basically talking about generating free labor from brand loyalty and liking some people better than others is genuinely kind of annoying. This is a prime example of how some brands are and do talk about us as consumers in a boardroom. This is why you should never align yourself with a brand too much and think that they love you and all this kind of stuff and defend them to the death. Remember this the next time a brand does something wildly gross and then tries to make out like it was an accident or an intern. Everything is thought about in depth. Now, if him saying this guy who created this program that Charlotte Tilbury are using, how to convert these, not good enough content creators who they don't love so much, but love but not too much, into revenue for the brand, you have a fact that members have to hashtag everything as an ad, even though you aren't gifted, paid, or sponsored anything. That's misleading to audiences and creators and muddies the water on ad labeling, which gives shady brands more room to not disclose. And also, if you are trying to be a content creator and you're hashtagging everything ad, even when it's not an ad, people don't like ads. People don't want to see your ads. Trust me, whenever I put an ad, I know it's going to get less views than anything else, which annoys me because I'm honest, but I get it. If we're used to everything looking like an ad, real ads won't raise suspicion like they do now. You know what I mean? It's shady. And here's another thing, right? In this program they're not being paid anything to be on, are banned from posting political content. Any content that can be viewed as sexual, competitor logos, and basically anything else Charlotte Tilbury would deem as unsuitable can get you removed from the program. Now listen, here's a few reasons why this concerns me. A competitor logo could be anything, right? You cannot talk about many other brands through your content if you're sticking to this. What do they deem as sexual? It's all very much what they want to see, and you have to go by their guidelines, bearing in mind they aren't paying you. Now, if I was being paid for an advert and they said to me, Robert, you are advertising the Shiseido Foundation and we don't want you to wear any logos, we don't want you to show any other makeup, and we don't want you to be hypersexual, because I always am, and we don't need to bring politics into the advert, which is just about foundation. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, why would I do that for that advert? You know, the fact that these people aren't being paid for anything, but throughout any of their content creation, they can't do any of those things is insane. Do we really want to be preventing the same everyday people that you want on board from posting politically? Competitor logos. You can't post about anyone else. Given the fact no one is being paid, expecting inclusivity is awful. And we all know Charlotte Tilbury fucking sues anyone. Wanting the control of a contract without paying people like there's a contract is not only morally wrong, this is going to set a standard in the industry that nobody wants with smaller content creators. You do not have to do this. You do not have to be on any program like this to be seen by anyone. Being seen by brands and getting nice products is nice, but it's not the key to your career success. And did I mention I can change the rules at any time? What happens if they decide that they own your content? What legal protections do these members have? I just think this is the most piss-takey thing ever. I just don't understand. Looking at this though, do you think that this is something that could work for smaller content creators, that might encourage them to make better content? More people need to be advocating against stuff like this. This is not normal for a brand to do. To make this kind of stuff and say, yeah, make us all this free content, but within our guidelines, hit all these points like a brief. And by the way, we don't want you to do this on the rest of your social media for free is wild. And I think it takes the piss. And if any other brands are doing this, this needs to stop. This is not helpful. All this advice you can find online for free. I'll tell you everything you need to know. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. All right, let me know your opinions down below. Have you ever been on a program like this and created content? Where did it lead you? Did it lead to somewhere good, somewhere bad? Let me know your opinions and tell me your stories down below. Thank you so much again for joining me. I'll see you very, very soon.